All right, guys, here we are. I told you that there may be another town car. It's taken me a while to show you, but here it is. Mom and Dad bought two town cars in 6 days. You saw the black one up by Dearborn when we got it and drove it home. And this one here is finished in pastel Adobe. It looks white in most light, but it's actually a yellow, a creamy yellow color. And it's got 55,000 original miles on it, and the black one had 26, which is showing 27 now. So they replaced their town car with two low mile beautiful town cars. Like I said, the black one is a base with a lot of options on it. For another $1,260 some dollars, they could have had a signature series, but that's what they ordered, and it's a really nice car. But this pastel Adobe one come from Springfield, Missouri, and it was on auction. A viewer sent it to me. Even before we went up to look at the black one, he had sent this to me. And the auctioneer was extremely helpful and patient with me and took pictures of everything close up that I asked him to, and answered many questions. So we bought it sight unseen on auction, and it is an absolutely beautiful car. You could tell it's never sat outside or been in any bad weather. I talked to the original owner. In fact, he told the auctioneer that he was more than welcome to give me his phone number so we could talk to him about it. And I called him, and he bought this car in 1991. So he's had it all these years. I think it's 33 years or something like that. That's what he said. I didn't even think to do the math, but that's how long he owned this car. And the only reason he was selling it is because his wife has dementia now, and they just don't ever go anywhere in it. She said it was time to let it go. I didn't think Mom and Dad would like the color. I really didn't. I always did like this color. It was 1 year only for these square town cars. I don't know if they continued it on in 1990 or not, but like right here, it just looks plain old white. You got to get it in the light color to even see the yellow in it. Like I said, it's called Pastel Adobe Clear Coat. And it's got a matching top. And the vinyl top looks absolutely brand new as well. All the pinstripes are perfect. Not a nick in them anywhere. This car does have the optional $70 body side molding, which I said I would love to find and put on that one, and I got attacked, of course, by a few people on the video saying don't put that on there. But if I find it, that black car is getting it, and the black car will also get that signature chrome down on the bottom. I got attacked saying we were going to put that on there, and you know, again, they were doing that back when these were new. Customers were demanding it. The dealers was putting them on because it just makes it look so much better. I was working at Walmart unloading trucks, in probably 91. And a lady I worked with got a black town car just like that. And she told me, you got to come out and look at my black town car when we get off work. I said, okay. So we went out and looked at it, and she said, now Dave's already got an appointment back at the dealer to have the chrome put on the bottom like the Signature Series has. So it's not anything unusual that people did. And Mom and Dad want it, and we're going to put it on there. Am I right, Dad?
Oh yeah, I didn't want to at first because I didn't want to mess with it, but since I've got both of them together, and I had
It just
one,
looks better.
and it'll set that black out.
Yeah, it's just like a Harley Davidson. You can't put too much chrome on a black vehicle.
No, hell no.
And I like that body side molding. I think it really breaks up the sides. And if I can find it, I'm going to put it on there. So let's look at the inside. It's got cloth. Honestly, I would say that above a Signature Series, I I believe these lacy spoke aluminum wheels were a no-cost option because the turbine wheels were standard. Of course, you had to pay extra for the wire wheels, but I believe these were a no-cost option. So it does have that option, and it's got the body side molding. And then other than that, I think, see, it doesn't have leather, which Mom and Dad are totally fine with that. They didn't really like the leather in the other car. They prefer cloth. So this has got the cloth. I don't remember what this inside is called, but it's just like new, inside and out, no cracks in the dash. The glove box is pretty much straight, not as quite as good as the black car, but it's certainly better than most. Absolutely no cracks in any of the armrest. Oh, thought it was locked there for a minute. Just beautiful original paint. Beautiful carpet. I like the cloth too myself. Honestly, it holds up a lot better than leather. Any leather. It just does not show the wear like leather does. Of course, keyless entry was standard on Signature Series. Not even a crack in the driver's armrest. No signs of any repairs. Absolutely no wear on that driver's seat. Has the standard wheel. It's not leather wrapped, but that's fine too. Headliner's perfect. It's just really hard to find a car like this that needs absolutely nothing. He said the whole time that he could think that he owned it, that the neighbors, him and his wife, went out to eat with him one night. As far as he knows, in the last 33 years, that's the only time anybody's ever been in the back seat of the car. And I love these thin white wall tires. And of course, I've looked them up, and they're not available anymore. They are available in a black wall, but not a white wall. And he's got a book where everything was done, and those tires they're older, but they've only got 2,000 miles on it. He wrote down everything, every oil change, transmission service once in there. He's even got it recorded where he replaced the hood shocks, hood struts, hood shocks, whatever you call them. The insulation under there even looks new. And it's not new, it's original, clearly. Real clean engine compartment. I don't remember how many interstate batteries he's got listed in that book that he bought new throughout the years. So I guess he stuck with his interstate batteries. Dad can't stop wiping. You keep thinking you see a nick on this car and you walk up and it's a bug. Bugs really are attracted to this color for some reason. So there you have it. 2 town cars in 6 days. You guys already seen this one. There you'll notice that the chime is not working on that car over there, so I'm going to have to find a chime. That was just something very common in '89 that they didn't work. So I'll be looking for one of those. I've had to replace multiple chimes in the '89s. But you can go back clear, I don't know how many years, you can go back a long ways to get that warning chime. A lot of people, I'm sure, would say just leave it disconnected, but it's nice to have everything working. So you guys already rode in the black car. So I think we'll take you for a drive in the yellow car. You want to drive?
I'm gonna put this back in there. I ain't gonna leave it out here in the sun.
All right, he's going to put the black car away. Then we'll take you for a drive in this yellow car. I keep saying yellow, sorry, it's Pastel Adobe. All right, here we go. Air conditioner is ice cold. Of course, the original radio doesn't work. We didn't expect it to. And it's funny too, the auctioneer said, the radio and everything works. And I said, nah, the radio don't work. And he said, oh, yes it does. I'll turn it on for you. And he turned it on. And he said, well, it lights up, but nothing comes out of it. I said, I would have been shocked if you'd have told me the radio worked. So we got farmers in the field everywhere right now, of course. Well, now the car's getting dusted. Take you guys for a little country drive. The hood looks yellow there, don't it? I mean, you can see the yellow in the hood there. I can. It don't look so much white. I still haven't parked my white car beside this to actually see how much of a difference there is. Smooth and quiet, just like you would expect a town car to be. All the windows are fast and smooth.
It drives nice.
I was baptized in that pond right there when I was a kid. We've eaten how many pounds of mushrooms you think out of these woods?
There wouldn't be no window. Can't hunt anymore now. Everybody don't want you in there.
Yeah, if you don't own the timberland anymore, they try to keep you out. This used to be an old wooden bridge when I was a kid. And it used to be up here, didn't it? Didn't they move it?
Yeah.
They rerouted the creek for flooding issues.
This car and that black car both solid. There's not a jiggle or a rattle in either one of them.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard him, but both these cars are just tight as can be. You don't hear a squeak or rattle anywhere in any of them, either one of them, which is to be expected. All them beans are out. Look how green those beans still are.
Double crop.
Huh.
They had that wheat. And they took
Oh, they took the wheat out and put corn in it, or beans in it. I thought they always took the corn out first. What's going on? Is it too wet from all that rain?
Yeah.
Yeah, all that hurricane rain we got. Went through 3.5 inches over 2 days, but it came nice and slow, so we didn't get any flooding. Yeah, just everything about this car is just perfect. Now, I had one guy just flat right out and asked me what we paid for that black car, and I said, well, we'll talk about price maybe, but all I'm going to say is, again, I got attacked over saying something about that blue car out on the East Coast, why we didn't want it with all those scrapes and scuffs and scratches all over it, and the armrest being repaired, and the wheel covers looking like they were put on with a ball peen hammer, and the stereo sticking out of the wood grain like a sore thumb. We just simply weren't interested in that car for $17,000. And man, did I get attacked. I never mentioned the guy's name, I never mentioned the business. I just simply explained why we weren't interested in that car. And I will tell you that they got both of these cars for that price. So, and it wasn't very far to go get them. So they got 2 town cars for the price of that one. One with 26,000 miles and one with 55,000 miles.
This is really tight.
Yeah. I don't care if that other car only had 15,000 miles or not. I'm not doubting it a bit. But these cars don't have all those scratches and scuffs and beat up wheel covers and things like that. So I think that we did very well with these 2 cars. Basically, you know, I even had one guy said, you know, we're not going to pay collector car prices for them something to drive. And somebody said, well, it's 35 years old. You're going to pay collector car prices if you want a car like that. Well, we didn't, did we?
No.
2 of them for that price. And they're all both in better condition. They don't need any paint work done on them. They're really just like brand new. Never any cracks in the armrest. And they were close. And I thank you viewers very much that sent them to me. What are you pointing at?
Bug.
Well, there's a bug out there on the hood. He's holding on real well. I don't know what it is about bugs in this color. The flies and everything just swarm to it like cow poop. Well, guys, we'll go ahead and wrap this video up. I just wanted to show you the second town car that they bought. Well, actually, I will tell you a little bit of a story. A viewer sent me this car, and it was going to come up on auction. And I knew what color it was, and I told him I didn't really think Mom and Dad would be interested in that car, and we were going to go look at that black one up by Dearborn, because Dad's always been a black freak. And the guy was holding that one for us for 2 weeks, so you know, we didn't want to stand him up and not go look at it. Well, they just happened to stop by my house, and I said, here's that car that other guy sent you. It's called Pastel Adobe, but it's actually like a yellow. And Mom said, well, I like that color. And Dad said, oh, I don't mind that color at all. And I said, well, are you interested in it? So they decided they were, and the auctioneer, like I said, was extremely helpful. What was that called? Diamond S Auctions, I believe. Tyler Garrison was his name. He was extremely helpful in every picture and detail that I asked about. And so Mom and Dad said, yeah, we like it, bid on it. So we bid on this car, and they won it on a Saturday before we were supposed to be going to Dearborn to look at that other car. So I said, well, we still have to go look at that other car. He's holding it for us. So we get up there, and well, he had about had us talked out of that car because there was this and that wrong with it, and it just wasn't running right and everything. And we got up there, and he had it all fixed pretty well, except the 2 back windows and the vacuum leak. And is that it? Did we have to do anything else?
Yeah.
Oh, the hood shocks. We had to put those on there, but we kind of went up there not planning on getting that car, and then we went up there and test drove it, and Mom started petting the back seats, and she goes, well, I like this car. I said, well, you just bought one that we haven't even got home yet. And she said, well, who said we can't have 2 Lincolns? I said, I didn't say that. And then Dad, you said, oh, I knew I was screwed as soon as we pulled in here and seen that black son of a bitch. So I said, do you guys want this car? And Mom said, I think we do. She said, we didn't bring any money or the checkbook. We weren't planning on buying 2 cars. And I said, well, if you want it, all you got to do is transfer the money out of your account into his, call the bank and do it. And that's what we did and brought it home. So again, they bought 2 town cars in 6 days. And they've just decided they're going to keep them and enjoy them both.
Yeah,
So
I'll show them.
yeah, this one, well, actually, they already took the black one to a car show and won 2nd place in class. And I know this one can win. It's perfect inside and out. So that's the story of the 2 town cars that they got in 6 days. So they're happy. I'm happy. Everybody's happy. And Mom said to tell everybody she doesn't want a tinfoil car. Everybody kept saying they needed to get a newer car. This is what they like, this is what they wanted, and this is what they got. So thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned, and please subscribe.